But when someone rings you up and tells you he's got 400 cars booked in, it's got to be worth looking at. Welcome to Autograss Racing. Autograss is one of the most popular forms of grassroots motorsport in the country, with over 50 clubs affiliated to the governing body, the National Autograss Sports Association. The sport evolved from a form of racing popular in the 1970s called jalopy. The meetings are staged in unused fields, the track is oval in shape and the surface is made up of either grass or mud. I'm with Class 10 racer Dean Forward. Dean, how did you get into Autograss?
I used to do the circuits with karting, and a friend of mine introduced me to Autograss, let me have a go with his car on the Sunday, and on the Monday I bought one. What
are the techniques for actually racing?
Well, it all depends on what they've done with the track. They can change the track from heat to heat. As you've probably seen, they water the track every now and again, and that makes it very, very tricky. When it's dry, it's nice to be smooth, use all the grip, but when it's wet, it becomes a bit of a handful.
Obviously, one of the most important aspects is safety, and certainly with cars racing, open-wheel cars like this one, the accidents when they come must be quite spectacular. How safe is it as a sport?
We all have to build the cars to a stringent book of rules. The cars are very safe, they're built with safety in mind, so serious accidents are very rare.
And obviously all the safety precautions are in place at all official meetings anyway?
Oh yeah, we have doctors and ambulances. The racing won't go ahead unless the ambulances are there.
Now your car is an amazing little beast, so can you show us all the different aspects of it from front to back, please?
Yeah, sure. The front end's independent suspension on double wishbones with a standard shock absorber in a standard place. The front end sometimes doesn't do that great, doesn't do a lot, especially when the power's down.
Because it's not touching the ground?
That's right, yeah.
And it's got quite an amazing lock.
That's full lock, and sometimes it's still not enough.
Now, the most important thing about this car, as far as I'm concerned, from a technical point of view, are the two things you've got at the back. Can you explain what they are?
Yeah, sure. What we've got in the back, we've got two Yamaha Thunder Ace engines, 1000cc each, geared up through a Jeff Brace's drive box, going out of a single output shaft.
And how much brake horsepower are they putting out?
This is probably 280 brake horsepower, something along that region.
And what kind of speeds will you hit on the straights?
The geared down, we'll probably hit about 90, 100 miles an hour in the straight, but we only use second and third gear.
And suspension on the back?
Yeah, I use shock absorbers through a trailing arm to get decent weight transfer.
And the other thing, of course, is the exhaust, which is quite a complex beast. Is that specially tuned?
Yeah, that's specially tuned lens, tailor-made to fit the car.
Well, we're here at your big meeting of the year this weekend, so obviously it's quite hectic for you. How's it gone so far?
So far we're doing all right. We had a win in the first heat. The second heat we've just had a third. We've got one more heat and then the final. If we have a good third heat, then hopefully we'll be in the final.
Well, we'll let you get on and get this thing ready, and we'll nip back and see how you do later on.
Thanks very much.
Well, let's see some of these Autograsses in action. Right, let's meet the winner of that last race, who just happens to be the bloke we spoke to earlier. Dean, that didn't look too rough, mate.
That was all right, yeah. Third heat, good win, now we're in the final. It's all on this next race.
You had a very, very strong start.
Yeah, it's one of the beauties of this car. It transfers the weight real quick and comes out of the gate. But having only 5 laps to do it in, you've got to get to that first corner or be able to challenge in that first corner. Otherwise, the race is over.
And it's all about getting the power down as you're coming out as well.
Yeah, if you heard I was feathering the throttle because it's starting to get a little bit slippy, get the power down and we can do it, yeah.
As you probably noticed, in common with most of the people we talk to on Mad and Max, Dean is a really nice guy who loves his sport with a passion. He also happens to be very, very good at it, which helps. But one final point, this is a supercharged V8, and Dean's car is a twin 1000cc bike engine screaming beast. they race together. Now, if you need me to explain to you why Dean races in Class 10 Autograss, you're watching the wrong programme.